Have you ever heard of Zeus?
I do. I always heard
Helios.
these two characters.
These
Well,
characters
I thought Helios was
and many others
hero
are all
from
part of something called
that plays
mythology.
Scar.
What is mythology?
Yeah, I'm sorry, the
In
more
ancient times,
information.
people often
Now I
created
just
fictional
now
stories
just maybe
about
that
gods and other characters to help explain things that they didn't understand.
yeah.
Iron.
That make us just dumb.
Imaginary
That does make us more. That does make people more smarter. That does make like cavemen zero IQs. Yes.
Other cultures and religions have all developed myths.
Yes.
However, ancient Greek mythology is probably one of the best known in our modern
Yeah, I
world.
thought
Its
I
story
know what this.
still exists
Yeah, the
today.
people know I was in
Ancient Greek.
like a long time.
Ancient Greece is the
Guys, I will.
foundation for most
English
Western
is
culture
good.
today, which is why you have probably heard at least a little bit
Okay.
about some of its most famous stories and
Oh, yeah.
characters. The period of ancient Greece lasted between 800 BC and 146 BC, which was when Greece was conquered by the Romans.
Oh, that's why Greece and Turkey hate each other.
The ancient Greeks formed make-believe
Well,
stories
actually.
to explain the world around them. Take a thunderstorm, for example. Because the people didn't have access to the same types of science and technology that we do today, they created a story to explain the cause of thunder and lightning. According to the ancient Greeks, they both came from a god called Zeus, who could throw bolts of lightning with his bare hands. The sun was controlled by the god Helios, who drove a chariot
Okay.
carrying
Zeus
the
was
sun
weak.
across the sky
Took
each
arrows
day,
to try to kill
which
others.
is how the
He went to
ancient
be.
Greeks explained the
He went to
changing
use
positions of the sun in the sky.
Hey, which we use something to destroy the devil?
Every day. Next, let's talk about Greek gods and gods.
Oh, here you go.
Greek
Who are these dudes?
and gods
I don't know statues.
related to their religion.
Here's Zeus. That can be a part of the movie.
Their personalities and powers wouldn't change. A wildly exaggerated personality combined with one or more magical powers. Greek gods were neither good nor bad. They could use these powers for good, trickery, or adventure. Greek gods were either titans who had ruled the world,
They're big.
or Olympians
They're
who later
strong.
defeated the titans. And some gods were relatives of both.
Or giant
Being
whooping.
immortal and having superpowers,
Yeah.
these gods often fought with each other or made life miserable for humans on Earth. We've already talked a little bit about Zeus and Helios, but let's talk about a few more mythological creatures, like Hades, for example.
Hades.
Hades
The
was
devil.
god of the underworld, and actually Zeus's brother. It's no secret that he and his brother didn't get along, and many stories portray Zeus as a hero and Hades as a villain. Hades couldn't throw lightning bolts, but he did have the power of invisibility if he wore a special helmet. Pretty cool, huh?
But not cool. Dynamite.
And a brother to Zeus and Hades, Poseidon ruled and controlled the ocean. The ancient Greeks
Wait, are they all girls hate each other?
Athena was the goddess of wisdom and courage. She was so well loved that she became the patron goddess of Athens, which is still a city in Greece today. Love and beauty are what Aphrodite was the goddess of. She could make others fall in love with the help of a magical belt.
Really?
Besides the gods and goddesses, there were important characters in Greek mythology. Some included centaurs, who
Oh,
were
these
half
dudes?
man and half horse,
They're
Cerberus,
come from the
a three-headed dog,
a devil dog.
and Hades' favorite pet,
And
Cyclops, which
I want ice creatures.
giants, griffins,
A bird, Mary, a lion.
And an eagle.
I need to tell you something crazy. Centaurs are actually some have a mom and a dad, and the dad is a human and the mom is a horse.
Hydra, a giant
A giant
with
snake?
9 heads.
It's probably a
And
mutation.
satyrs
A
with
small
half
word
goat,
horse.
half man.
That's man copycat.
And let's not forget one of the most famous monsters of all. Ever heard of a creature called Medusa?
If you don't heard it because you don't exist.
Gorgon. Medusa had a woman's face with snakes instead of hair.
Probably because of snake welfare.
Look like in real life. And guess what? The myth was that anyone who looked into Medusa's eyes would instantly be turned to stone.
Oh my gosh.
Wild, don't you think?
Why is it wake? Wake.
Let's review. Name 2 of Zeus's brothers.
Aphan.
Did you remember Hades and Poseidon? Awesome job. True or false? A griffin is part eagle and part lion.
True.
That is true. Fill in the blank. If you looked into Medusa's eyes, you turned into
A statue.
stone. True or false? Aphrodite was the goddess of hate.
False.
Aphrodite is the goddess of love and youth.
Yes.
Fill in the blank. Blank was the goddess of wisdom and courage.
Her name is
Did you
Braid.
remember Athena? Great job, everyone.
I
You are well on your way to becoming Greek mythology experts. While some of the Greek myths may seem a little strange in our modern world, they're still a very important part of history and they're fun to learn about. The next time you see a flash of lightning in the sky,
Video.
Greek for kids. Have you ever wondered who started the Olympics or invented geometry? Well, you're in luck, because today we're going to take a trip back in time and learn all about the people who invented these things in a place called ancient Greece.
Oh, I thought it was.
Around about 2,500 years ago, a civilization located in Greece began. It existed for the next 700 years until it was conquered by the Roman Empire. Like the Mayans, Egyptians, Persians, Incas, and Aztecs, the ancient Greeks were very smart and created lots of things that we still use today. For example, buildings like the United States Capitol and the Supreme Court building in Washington.
I want to see all the entire. I want to make a video.
What is this? What country is this?
Great.
Is it Greek again?
No, it's just because I want to see the entire history of Greece.
Oh, Greek tales.
As
Athena.
the story goes, every town in ancient Greece hoped a god would choose to look after the townspeople.
And got dead.
Towns rarely had more than one god to keep an eye on their best interests, because most gods did not share well.
Because they're not friends. They want to kill each other.
Hey, stop talking about
At this
killing.
time in history, not every village had a god. Things were just getting started in ancient Greece.
Yeah, they don't have a religion back there.
Loved watching over towns. He usually picked coastal towns since he was the lord of the sea. Poseidon was a very powerful god. He was a greedy fellow too. He liked having people build temples in his honor and bring him gifts. They were not very useful gifts for a god of the sea, but he enjoyed getting them anyway. Greece grew and developed. New towns sprang up all the time. Poseidon was always on the lookout for new coastal towns. He was not the only god who loved to be in charge. Athena, along with other gods, enjoyed that role as well. One day, on the same day, both Athena and Poseidon noticed a new coastal village. They both claimed this village as their own. Most of the time, humans were better.
Yes. Because I just doing it.
But they did not want to choose. They could only see trouble ahead if they did. Athena, goddess of towns, would give the town a gift. The townspeople could decide.
Oh, that's like this.
Poseidon laughed because he slapped his specter against the side of the mountain. A storm appeared. People were excited. A source of fresh water was so important.
Yeah, fresh
When they tried to drink the water, they discovered it was not fresh at all. They were delicious. The people were excited. The olive tree would provide wood for building homes. Branches would provide kindling for kitchen stoves and fireplaces. The olives could be used for fruit. The fruit could be pressed to release cooking oil. It was wonderful.
Wow, that's useful.
Theirs was a coastal village. The people could not risk angering the Lord of the Sea, the mighty Poseidon. As it turned out, they did not have to choose. Poseidon chose for them. His laugh sent waves crashing against the shoreline. Poseidon proclaimed his niece the winner. That's how a small village gained a most powerful and wise guardian, the goddess Athena, a guardian who helped them rise to fame.